the end of the day are climbers who got hurt. Yesterday evening, I worked with an individual. He was a very strong comp climber, and then he was in a car accident.
What I want to understand here to start off is, let's say somebody got hurt in a non-climbing way, they had maybe a shop accident and now their life has changed forever. How did that person find their way to you? And are you helping people learn to climb who already have expressed an interest in climbing? Maybe they have a bit of prior experience. Or are these people who are not outdoorsy, they don't climb, but somehow they have been convinced to give climbing a chance to help reshape their vision and their possibilities, maybe in a way that it has also reshaped your life?
Yeah. And it's a combination of both those things. To answer the first part, they can get to me lots of different ways. They can either just Google my name and that'll get them to my website, which is just craigdemartino.com. They can go to the nonprofit that we work with, which is called Adaptive Adventures, and that's just adaptiveadventures.org. That will get them to me as well. Probably, I would say 70%, 75% of the people that we work with are non-climbers before their accidents. And so through one way or the other, they are either, so we do a lot of work with veterans with disabilities. So we work with the VA, the nonprofit we work with has a VA, they get an adaptive sport grant each year. And then they allow me and my wife, Cindy, to shape and build their climbing program for them. So we go all over the country and Puerto Rico and Hawaii, and we get new veterans with disabilities. So, and any disability, we're talking PTSD to fully in a wheelchair. So anything in between. So we can get anyone climbing. And so they'll come out, we'll usually start in a gym. And so we're just introducing them to, okay, this is what climbing is. This is like what it can show you in your body and how this is how you move with your new disability. But what I tell them first is I'm here to just make you a climber. Once we do that, we will figure out the adaptive piece. So let's not focus on the adaptive piece, which is what you've been focusing on, which is why you're with me. So we're here to get out of that cycle. So we want to learn how to be a climber, how to move as a climber, how to meet the community of climbing, which is amazing, right? And so show them this is climbing, this is the community, and now let's keep doing that. And so what we generally do is we'll set it up as like they'll come, it's not a one-off. We'll try to set up a program for them. So just like say here in Denver and in the Front Range area of Colorado, we have these different community nights all up and down the Front Range. So they can come out, they can get a discounted day pass at the gym, which will include their harness and shoes. And then they come in with me and we teach them the basics of climbing with the intention of them hopefully repeating it with us and then moving them outside. So we start them indoors and then we move them to the natural world outside, because usually they're like, oh, indoor climbing is really cool. And then I'm always like, but once you go outside, you're only going to want to be there. So then we kind of take them outside, show them what that's like, and then they'll come and we'll do those programs maybe once a month where we're outdoors with them with different groups all over the place. But the idea is to get them kind of hooked with the community piece and the feeling of movement piece that will hopefully change the direction of whatever cycle they're in. Hopefully we're breaking that cycle and helping them to focus on a better quality of life instead of just like existing within this thing that they have gotten to after this traumatic event, whatever that event was. That other percentage that's left, whatever that is, at the end of the day, are climbers who got hurt. Yesterday evening, I worked with an individual. He was a very strong comp climber, and then he was in a car accident. And so he is now in a wheelchair, a lot of paralysis, really got hurt pretty badly. The accident's pretty new. He's probably only 3 months out from the accident. So yesterday in the climbing gym in Denver, he was using something we call an easy seat, which is a seat that takes the place of his wheelchair, and he does assisted pull-ups on this bar that we manufacture. And so this dude out of his wheelchair climbs up the, a 42-foot wall in Movement Inglewood. And it's the first time he's out of his chair again. It's amazingly powerful stuff for individuals. And for me to see, it's like, that's crazy. And yet you see that glimmer, that spark that we get where you're like, oh, this is cool. Like, I want to keep doing this. And he's non-communicative. He does fist bumps and hand signals. And so he just came down and fist bumped me, gave me the hang loose. And his sister said, oh, he's psyched. So I was like, that's why we want to do this. That's like, you can take someone on this path and just redirect. And that's what we're doing, is we're helping them redirect and rediscover. Yes, your life's going to be different. Absolutely. I'm not going to lie about that, but it doesn't have to be bad. It can be different, and that's just different. And we just have to learn to embrace that difference and then move forward with it.